In 553 BC, Daniel has a vision within his dream. In this dream, he sees four beasts. The first is that of a lion with the wings of an eagle. Its wings were broken off of it, and as he watches it, the lion stands erect and is given a human heart. The second beast is a bear that raised itself on one of its sides. Within its mouth there are three ribs, upon which it devours at the command, "Get up and gorge yourself with flesh." The third beast is a leopard with four heads. So to this beast is given great power to rule over the earth. The fourth beast is a dreadfully grotesque creature with iron teeth and 10 horns. It consumed everything that was left. Among the horns grows another one with human eyes, which speaks arrogantly. As it grows, 3 horns are plucked out of its roots. While he watches, Daniel sees thrones erected, and the Ancient One, whose clothing was white as snow and hair like pure wool, sit down upon his fiery judgment throne, which has wheels of burning fire. The sage sees a stream of fire flowing from the throne as thousands and thousands of angelic beings minister to him. Behind these stand the millions and millions of people that are before the true judge. He soon sees the heavenly court convene and various scrolls open. As the sage continues watching, the beast with the arrogant horn is killed and its body is burned up completely. The rulership of the other beasts are stripped from them as their lives are prolonged for a time and a season. Soon he sees a person like a son of man coming upon the clouds of heaven. This man approaches the Ancient One and is given authority to all men, nations, and languages. This rulership is an eternal kingdom. Daniel, astonished by the complexity of the vision, approaches someone and asks for his perspective on this vision. The 4 beasts are 4 kingdoms that will arise, but that the holy ones of the Eternal One will receive and possess the kingdom. Of all the beasts, the 4th beast has the sage's attention. The sage keeps contemplating as to what makes this beast with 10 horns on its head so different and what its meaning is. Besides this, the arrogant horn made war with the holy ones of the Eternal One. It is revealed that the 10 horns are symbolic of the 10 kingdoms that will arise from the 4th one, or from a restored form of the 4th one. This arrogant horn will be a leader who speaks blasphemy, attempts to change seasons and the law, and will try to exalt the holy ones of the Eternal One, who will be handed over to him for possibly 3.5 years. After this, the judgment court will convene in the everlasting kingdom handed over to the holy ones of the Eternal. In 555 BC, Daniel has another vision in which he sees himself by the Ural Canal, known as the Karkek River in Susa. It is there beside the river that he sees a ram with 2 large horns, though one horn is longer than the other. The ram, using its strength, pushes to the west, north, and south with such ferocity that no animals could stand up against it. As this ram was being understood by the sage, a male goat from the west passes over the whole earth while levitating, charging at the ram with full force. The goat, which has one horn protruding from its head, strikes the ram, breaks its horns, and tramples it underfoot, or hoof. The male goat becomes extremely strong. Yet the big horn was broken after it became very strong. In its stead grew 4 horns, growing in the directions of 4 winds of heaven. Out of one of these horns grew a small horn, which grew extremely big in the directions of the south and east, especially in the direction of the glory. This horn considered itself as great as the prince of the army. It took away the regular burnt offering, and it threw down the place of the sanctuary. The horn, through sin, gained its army and flung truth on the ground as it acted and prospered. A holy one standing next to the sage is heard asking, "How long will the events of the vision last?" This vision concerning the regular burnt offering and the transgression, which is so appalling that allows the sanctuary and the army to be trampled underfoot. The speaker says to the sage, 2,300 evenings and mornings, after which the sanctuary will be restored to its rightful state. As the sage is trying to understand the vision, he sees what looks like a man appear to him and hears a voice from between the banks of the Yal say, "Gabriel, make this man understand the vision." As the man-like figure comes over to Daniel, the sage falls down on his face. Gabriel, the prince of severity and judgment, says to the sage, "Human being, understand that the vision refers to the time of the end." The sage, having now fallen into a deep sleep, is set upon his feet as Gabriel tells him the meaning of the vision. The ram with 2 horns represents the kings of Media and Persia. In essence, the Medo-Persian Empire, which existed currently as separate kingdoms. The shaggy male goat represents the kingdom of the Greek city-states and related kingdoms. Its prominent horn, which broke as it became stronger, is representative of the first king dying early. And the horns that grew out of it are representative of 4 rulers of the same kingdom. These 4 rulers would yield dynasties. Out of one of these would arise another ruler who would be amazingly destructive, arrogant, powerful, prideful, and blasphemous. He is told that the king will be silenced, and such events would soon manifest. At the conclusion of the vision, the sage grew weak and was ill for some days. After healing, he took care of the king's affairs. Sadly, though, he still was appalled at the vision which he couldn't understand.